A very warm welcome to all of you to this brief presentation on GST Council. Goods and Services Tax is being introduced in India very soon, which is going to impact us in many ways. So, it is important that we are updated about the developments in this field. This presentation is a humble attempt to update all of us. Implementation of GST got a boost on 3rd August 2016 as Rajya Sabha passed the Constitution 101st Amendment Bill. The amendment bill was then passed by Lok Sabha on 8th August 2016. After the bill was ratified by at least one half of the state governments, as mandated by Article 368 of Constitution, it received presidential assent on 8th September 2016. Central government is very anxious to see that GST is implemented from 1st April 2017. Within 2 days of the bill getting presidential assent, it notified 12th September 2016 as the date on which the provisions of Section 12 of the same Act shall come into force. In terms of Section 12 of the Act, a new Article 279A has been inserted. Clause 1 of Article 279A states that the President shall, within 60 days from the date of commencement of the CA Act, constitute a council to be called the Goods and Services Tax Council. So, GST Council has to be constituted on or before 10th of November 2016. The Union Cabinet approved the process, formation and functioning of the GST Council and also the Secretariat on 12th September 2016 itself. One post of Additional Secretary and 4 posts of Commissioners of Joint Secretary rank have been created to work in the Secretariat. The Cabinet has also decided to provide adequate central funds for meeting the recurring and non-recurring expenses of the Secretariat. The Secretariat shall be manned by officers taken on deputation from both the central and state governments. The Finance Minister has decided to call the first meeting of the Council on 22nd and 23rd September 2016. Let us now discuss the composition of the all-powerful GST Council, which is dealt in Clause 2 of Article 279A. The Union Finance Minister heads the Council as its chairperson. In addition, Minister of State, Revenue or Finance Ministry represents the central government as a member. Finance, Taxation or any other minister of each state government represents his state as member. Clause 3 of Article 279A stipulates that one of the members shall be elected as the vice chairperson of the Council as soon as possible. In addition, the Cabinet has also decided to have the Union Revenue Secretary as the ex-officio secretary to the GST Council and to have the Chairman, Central Board of Excise and Custom as the ex-officio special permanent invitee to the Council. These 2 members obviously will not have any voting rights. So, the size of the Council will be 2 members from the centre and 31 members from the 29 states and 2 union territories of Delhi and Puducherry. Let us now move on to analyze the responsibilities of the Council. Clause 4 of Article 279A stipulates that the Council will make important recommendations to the Union and the states on the following matters. Identification of the taxes, cesses and surcharges levied by the Union, the states and the local bodies which are to be subsumed in GST. Determining the goods and services that may be subjected to or exempted from GST. Model GST laws, principles of levy, apportionment of integrated goods and services tax, that is IGST, and the principles that govern the place of supply. Determining the threshold limit of turnover below which goods and services may be exempted from GST. Fixing the GST rates, including floor rates with bands. Fixing any special rate for a specified period to raise additional resources during any natural calamity or disaster. Framing special provisions with respect to the 7 northeastern states, Sikkim, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, and any other matter relating to GST as the Council may decide. Further, Clause 5 of Article 279A provides that the GST Council shall also recommend the date on which the GST will be levied on petroleum products which have now been kept outside the purview of GST. It can be seen from the above list that virtually every aspect of GST is in the hands of the Council to decide upon. The guiding principle for the Council is provided in Clause 6 of Article 279A, which mandates that while discharging its functions, the Council shall be guided by the need for a harmonized structure of GST and for a development of a harmonized national market for goods and services. The importance of the recommendations of the Council has been duly recognized in various provisions of the Model GST law. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India has also submitted suggestions on Model GST law to the central government on 10th August 2016. It is pertinent to note that the Institute has suggested that the recommendation of the Council for notifying a transaction under Section 3.3 of the Model GST law should be made mandatory, and all the states should be at par as far as the recommendations of the Council are concerned. Let us now analyze how the proceedings of the Council are supposed to be conducted. Clause 7 of Article 279A stipulates that for a meeting to be valid, it should be attended by half of the total number of members. According to Clause 9, all the decisions of the Council should be taken only at the meeting of the Council and approved by not less than 3/4 of the weighted votes of the members present and voting. A deeper look into this clause makes it clear that central government has 1/3 weightage and all the state governments put together have a weightage of 2/3 of the total votes cast. Now, let us discuss some miscellaneous provisions. Recognizing the importance of protecting the acts or proceedings of the Council, Clause 10 of Article 279A has stipulated that such deeds shall not be invalid merely by reason of any vacancy in or any defect in the constitution of the Council, or any defect in the appointment of a person as a member of the Council, or any procedural irregularity of the Council not affecting the merits of the case. Further, the Council has been given the power to determine the procedures in the performance of its functions. The disputes redressal mechanism has been built in by providing that the Council may decide about the modalities to resolve disputes arising out of its recommendations. In the last few minutes, we have reviewed the provisions related to the formation of the GST Council and its function. It is not an exaggeration to state that the Council is destined to be one of India's most powerful federal bodies in taxation, which will oversee tax collections. The Council will have the last say in finalizing the shape of the GST. The constitution of the Council is such that both the centre and the states will be unable to take a decision without the other's concurrence, a move that will promote cooperative federalism, as for the first time it gives the states a major say in the way indirect taxes will be administered across the country. Thank you for watching this video, and do stay tuned for more videos in this series on GST.